Well, a 16-month Senate committee investigation uncovers some startling allegations about its former chief of staff and leadership. The findings highlight problems of overprescribing and intimidation against those who did speak out, possibly resulting in the death of at least 2 veterans and the suicide of a staff psychologist. News 8's Madeline O'Neill has more.
Martha, Senator Ron Johnson, chairman of the Senate committee, issued this report, 359 pages, titled The Systemic Failures and Preventable Tragedies at the Tomah VA Medical Center. He held a hearing today to go over the findings of the investigation and to look to the future to make sure that history doesn't repeat itself.
These tragedies here at Tomah, I believe, could have been prevented had the Office Inspector General done its job.
Almost a year and a half after news broke of possible scandal at Tomah's VA hospital, a Senate probe shows faulty leadership allowed overprescription to occur from at least 2007 to 2015.
There's lots of finger pointing and everything else. At the end of the day, we own this. VA leadership owns this. We had ample opportunity over a period of years to fix this. That's leadership's responsibility, and we failed to get it done.
A hearing Tuesday examined the history of the hospital and its chief of staff, Dr. David Houlihan, also known as the Candyman, for reportedly prescribing too many opioid painkillers. The report says during investigations, the VA Office of Inspector General was informed of concerns that 2 of the witnesses, including Houlihan, were impaired by drugs themselves, but didn't fully examine the allegations.
First time I ever heard of this was reading it in the report. We're right back to leadership. And the failure of leadership that happened here was the failure on the part of the medical center director to take appropriate action.
The report also states retaliation against whistleblowers created a culture of intimidation in the workplace.
In one instance led to a suicide, other instances led to firing or people leaving their positions because of this culture that was created. And that, I think it's just essential that we fix that.
According to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs Deputy Secretary, new leadership has helped to reverse the trend of overprescription.
Tomah, once a symbol of the overuse of opioids, is actually on its way to becoming a model for change in best practices.
According to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs Deputy Secretary, new practices at Tomah VA, including education and alternative approaches to pain management, have led to 9% of veterans being prescribed opioids, less than the 13% national average.